Welcome once again to this lecture series in Chemical Reaction Engineering 2. Today we will start with the new topic on catalysis. We will cover here heterogeneous reactions, rate equation, contacting patterns for the two-phase systems, then kinetic regimes and rate equation for surface kinetics. We will also see the pore diffusion resistance combined with the surface kinetics and the concept of Thiele modulus. Then we will look into performance equations for the reactors containing porous particles and also experimental methods for finding the rates. Then we will also look into product distribution in multiple reactions, and finally we will solve the problems from the exercise of chapter number 18 of our textbook by Octave Levenspiel. Now here we are considering the simple gas solid reaction, burning of carbon plus oxygen giving you carbon dioxide. This can be modeled as, this is the solid carbon, this is the surface of the carbon, gas film surrounding this particle, this thickness is very small, and here we have air, that is the bulk of the gas. Gas is entering and it has to overcome the resistance offered by the gas film so as to reach the surface where the reaction will take place, and the carbon dioxide produced will have to overcome the resistance of the gas film in the reverse direction so as to reach the bulk. So here we have more than one phase present. So the movement of material from one phase to another phase is a must for the reaction to occur. That means this oxygen from the gas phase must reach the solid surface in order to react with this solid, and that is only possible when this will overcome this resistance. So we will have here mass transfer or diffusion term and the kinetics term, both the terms in the rate equation. So you are familiar with this as we have seen gas solid and gas liquid reactions earlier. If we have the reactions in series, A gives R gives S, then overall rates can be considered at steady state at R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3. If the reactions are in parallel, that is A giving you R and A also giving you S, then overall rate can be addition of these two rates R1 and R2. Now we will see the four different definitions of rate: minus RA, minus RA prime, minus RA double prime. So minus RA is minus 1 upon V dNA by dt moles of A reacted per unit volume of the reactor per unit time. This is our usual definition which we have used in homogeneous cases. Now for heterogeneous, we have two different definitions. One is based on the mass of the solids, moles of A reacted per unit mass of the solid per unit time minus 1 upon W dNA by dt. And also we can define it as moles of A reacted per unit interfacial surface area per unit time. This interfacial surface area is capital S, so minus 1 upon S dNA by dt. With these definitions, I can write this minus dNA by dt, that is moles of A reacted per unit time, as minus RA into V minus RA prime into W minus RA double prime into S. So minus RA into V minus RA prime into W minus RA double prime into S. And the relationship between these various rates can be written as RA is equal to W by V into RA prime, RA double prime is equal to V by S into RA, RA prime is equal to S by W into RA double prime. So these three rates can be interrelated in these different forms. So we'll use this frequently in this chapter. Now we'll see a problem where we have a solid here. Here this is the solid surface. Adjacent to this solid surface we have liquid film, and here we have main body of the liquid. In main body of the liquid, the concentration of A is CaL. At the surface it is CaS. So gradient is CAL minus CAS. So within the liquid film, this is the gradient because resistance is offered by the liquid film. This CAS will reduce to this value. We can take it as say 0. Equilibrium concentration of A at the surface is 0. Reaction is A in liquid phase plus B in solid phase gives you the product R, which is in the liquid phase. So we write these various rates. So first, rate of diffusion of A to the surface, from the main body to the surface. So minus 1 upon S dNA by dt is equal to gradient is CAL minus CAS into coefficient, this individual mass transfer coefficient liquid side, small kl. This I can write in the form, in the numerator I will take the gradient and in the denominator I will write the resistance, which is reciprocal of this mass transfer coefficient. So 1 upon kl. Rate of reaction, if you consider the first order reaction, we can write this as minus Ra2 double prime minus 1 upon S dNA by dt. So double prime, so K double prime, K double prime CAS. In fact, it is CAS minus this CAE. CAE equilibrium is 0. So gradient CAS divided by resistance is 1 upon K double prime, reciprocal of this first order rate constant. At steady states, we can equate these rates. Minus Ra1 double prime is equal to minus Ra2 double prime here. I have equated this, and this A by B is equal to C by D. Then this can be written as A plus C by B plus D. So using this rule, I am writing here this CAS plus minus, this will cancel out. So CAL in the numerator divided by addition of these two resistances. So this total will give you the overall resistance, and reciprocal of this will give you overall coefficient. And this rate is in mole per meter square per unit surface area, this S per second. Now we will see the contacting patterns of two fluids. Here we have plug flow of A, plug flow of B. So in all these three cases, we have plug flow of A and plug flow of B. So flow is similar. The movement here is in the counter current direction. Here it is co-current and here it is cross current. Here we have plug flow of A and mixed flow of B. So here two cases are possible. Either B can be a microfluid or macrofluid. So here the reaction is either taking place in A or B phase. Similarly, here we have mixed flow of A as well as mixed flow of B, both in mixed flow. So this gas phase, this will be microfluid, and liquid phase, it can be either macrofluid or microfluid. So the possibilities micro, gas, liquid, both are considered as microfluid, and here liquid is macrofluid and gas is microfluid. So these are the possibilities. So what is microfluid and what is macrofluid? Microfluid is where the individual molecules are free to move about the, so here individual molecules are freely moving and they are intermixing with each other. So this is for the gases and ordinary liquids which are not very viscous. Macrofluid, here the molecules are kept grouped together in aggregates or packets. So molecules are grouped together, and this is macrofluid, and this is microfluid. So in macrofluid, non-coalescing droplets, solid particles and highly viscous liquids are included. Now we will look into the simple problems from the exercise. Here the gaseous reactant A diffuses through a gas film and reacts on the surface of a solid. Reversible first order reaction. Rate is given, minus Ra double prime is equal to K double prime into CAS minus CAE, this equilibrium. So for reversible rate. So we have to develop a rate equation. So for mass transfer, we can write minus RA double prime is equal to CAG minus CAS. This is the gradient in the gas film, gas side mass transfer coefficient. This minus RA double prime for reaction, it is given as K double prime CAS minus CAE, directly given. At steady state, we equate this and then add numerators and the denominators. So if you write this as CAG minus CAS divided by 1 upon kg, and this CAS minus CAE by 1 upon K double prime. So denominator can be added as addition of these two individual resistances, and the numerator, if you add the CAS and CAS with plus and minus sign, cancels out. So we get overall gradient as CAG minus CAE. So overall gradient divided by overall resistance or total resistance will give you the rate. So this is our rate equation. Next problem, here we have to develop rate equation for irreversible second order. So instead of K double prime CA, we have K double prime CAS squared, second order rate law. We are considering here the liquid film. So KL CAL minus CAS. This is the gradient. So rate equation, kinetic equation, and the mass transfer or diffusion equation. Minus RA and this minus RA is equal to, these are same at steady state. So if I write this equal to this and finally solve this we can write as equal to 0. So K double prime CAS square plus KL CAL minus KL CAS is equal to 0. So this is quadratic equation which can be solved for CAS, where CAS will be given by minus KL, this minus B plus minus square root of B square minus 4AC upon twice A, plus minus B square. So KL square minus 4A K double prime C KL CAL upon twice A 2 into K double prime. So this we have written. Now this CAS solved, we can substitute in this equation KL CAL minus KL into CAS. So for CAS, this complete bracket is substituted. And then when we solve the bracket, we have to multiply these terms by 2K double prime in the numerator, and then finally this 2K double prime and KL from all these terms is taken out. So we get KL by 2K double prime. Here 2K double prime CAL is remaining, here only KL remains, and here only 1. So this multiplied by 1. So what we get is 2K double prime CAL plus KL minus plus square root of KL square minus 4K double prime KL CAL. So this is the rate equation for second order case. So this result you can see in problem this example 17.4, this result is given and we were asked to verify whether this result is correct or not. So this result you can match, it is correct. Now we have a situation where in slurry reactor pure reactant gas is bubbled through the liquid containing suspended catalyst particles. So we'll look into this kinetics in terms of film theory. To reach the surface of the solid, the reactant which enters the liquid, it has to diffuse through the liquid film into the main body of the liquid and then through the film surrounding the catalyst particle. At the surface of the particle, reactant yields the product according to the first order reaction kinetics. So we have to derive an expression for determining the rates. Now here you can see pure gaseous A, it is gas liquid interface, this is the liquid film. So it will diffuse through this liquid film, overcome this resistance, then this main body of the liquid, no resistance is offered, then just adjacent to this solid surface. So we have here typical liquid and surface, solid surface interface, that is the catalyst surface. So this gradient is there because resistance is offered by this film, and we will see the equations for this. So first, for the liquid film, we are writing this in terms of per unit volume, minus Ra is equal to minus dNA by dt into 1 upon V. So CAI minus CAL. So this CAI minus CAL, this gradient. Coefficient KAL into AI. So KL, this AI, because we are using it based on the volume, not based on the surface area. So we have to take the volumetric mass transfer coefficient. Then here CAI minus CAS. Here this is L. CAI minus CAL. This is CAL. This is CAL minus CAS. CAL minus CAS. So we know the relationship K1 into V, where K1 is considered as the rate constant for in terms of volume. This can be written as K double prime into S. So K1 is equal to S by V K double prime. This S by V is nothing but AS. So K1 rate constant, which is first order rate constant based on volume, can be written as AS into K double prime as the rate constant term based on surface area. So minus 1 upon V into dNA by dt, that is our minus Ra term, which is written as K1 CAS, where K1 is the first order rate constant, and now I am writing this K1 as AS K double prime. So K double prime AS into CAS. Okay. So what I have done is, this I have written in terms of the definition used is K1 is equal to S by V K double prime, S by V is equal to AS. So all these three constants, which are proportionality constants, you can say, KLAI, we have here AS term, and similar AS term we have here with respect to surface. So at steady state, what we do, these are again same methodology. We add these three. So you can see CAL, this is minus sign, CAL plus sign. So if you add the numerator, this will cancel out. CAS minus sign, CAS plus sign. So this will cancel out, and what is left, only CAI in the numerator. In the denominator, you have to add the reciprocals of this. So 1 upon KAL AI, 1 upon KAL dash AS, and here you have 1 upon K double prime AS. Now we'll look into the concept of catalysis. So when we use the catalyst, how the catalyst action can be represented. So this is the reaction path, where we have reactants in the initial state and product in the final state. It is considered that some intermediate complex is formed, which we call as activated complex also. And if we represent energy of the reacting particles on this axis. So when you are not using catalyst, without catalyst, the complex has high potential energy resulting into low rates. High potential energy. Here, when you use the catalyst, lower is the energy barrier and that allows the higher rate of reaction. So rate of reaction is different in these two different paths, with catalyst and without catalyst. So without catalyst you will have higher energy barrier, and with catalyst you will have lower energy barrier, because of which rate of reaction is increased when you use catalyst. Now we will look into the pore diffusion resistance combined with surface kinetics. Here we are considering the single cylindrical pore. So in a catalyst particle there will be number of pores, innumerable pores, and one such single pore we are considering, and we are considering the simple case of first order reaction. So we are considering a single pore. So single pore like this, single cylindrical pore. So this is equivalent to one single pore, and this small section of the thickness delta x. So this element of volume we are considering here. So cross sectional area is pi r square. This surface area is 2 pi r delta x, because delta x is this thickness, 2 pi r is the circumference. So you have something entering and leaving. So flow in and flow out. So what is entering? dCA by dt, number of moles per unit time entering in. That is equal to cross sectional area into this rate of diffusion. So d into dCA by dx in, that is entering, with minus sign. If I multiply this by cross sectional area pi r square, I get dNA by dt in. Similarly, dNA by dt out is equal to minus pi r square into d dCA by dx out. So entering and leaving. Disappearing at the surface because of the surface reaction. So this is the rate of disappearance minus 1 upon s dNA by dt per unit surface, and that if I multiply by the surface, now which surface? This 2 pi r delta x. So minus 1 upon s dNA by dt will be equal to k double prime Ca multiplied by 2 pi r delta x. If I write this, reaction is A giving product first order minus 1 upon S k double prime Ca, k double prime is the first order rate constant. If we write the material balance, output is equal to input plus disappearance is equal to 0. So minus pi r square d into dCA by dx out minus input, so minus minus plus pi r square d into dCA by dx in plus k double prime Ca 2 pi r delta x is equal to 0. If we divide this equation by pi r square d delta x, so pi r square d will cancel out and delta x will remain in the denominator. So first two terms divided by delta x. Here, so out minus in. So what we are doing here, we want this equation. What we will do, will write this as sign changes. So this becomes plus, this becomes minus, and this becomes minus. So this I am taking as plus sign, I am multiplying by the minus sign throughout. So dCA by dx out with plus sign, dCA by dx in with minus sign, and this last term with minus sign. So this divided by pi r square d delta x. So delta x will cancel out, pi will cancel out. R square we have in the denominator, so one R will remain and D will remain. So minus K double prime by D into R into this CA, and that is equal to 0. Now this delta x tending to 0, if I apply the definition of the derivative, so this first derivative will become second derivative del 2 CA by dx square, this term, minus 2k double prime dr into CA is equal to 0. So we have formulated this second order differential equation, which we have to solve with the proper boundary conditions. We have seen this relationship, k into v is equal to k dash into w into k double dash into s. So k is equal to k double dash s by v. So this I can write as k double dash, s is surface area 2 pi rl, v is pi r square into l for this case. So this pi l will cancel out and 2 by r. So 2k double prime by r. So k is 2k double prime by r. So this is k double prime we have here. So 2k double prime by r we have replaced by this k, small k, with these definitions. So our differential equation now, d2ca by dx square minus k by d into Ca is equal to 0. So this is a differential equation. If we write a general solution for this, Ca is equal to some constant m1 into e raised to mx plus m2 into e raised to minus mx, where this small m can be written as m square is equal to k by d. So small m is root k by d, and this k is nothing but 2k double prime by r into d. At x is equal to 0, Ca is equal to Cas. At x is equal to 0, Ca is equal to Cas here. At x is equal to 0, Ca is Cas. So if you substitute here, this 0, this becomes 1, this is 0, this becomes 1. So m1 plus m2 is equal to Cas, this equation we get. And at x is equal to L, dCA by dx is equal to 0. So at x is equal to L here, this value is constant. So derivative of the constant is 0. So that's why we have written here dCA by dx is equal to 0 at x is equal to L, because there is no flux at the end of the pore. So dCA by dx, if I take the derivative of this, m1 into this plus m, e raised to mx is e raised to mx into m. This e raised to minus mx into minus m. So minus m, this minus sign is taken here. Okay. m1 into m e raised to ml minus m2 into m e raised to minus ml, and this is equal to 0 at x is equal to L. So this x is replaced by L. So I have written here L. If you solve this, so this m1 into e raised to ml is equal to m2 into e raised to minus ml, because this m will cancel out, and this e raised to ml can be taken here the denominator. Similarly, m2 can be written as m1 into e raised to plus ml divided by e raised to minus ml. So you have to check these signs carefully. So I can write CAS is equal to m1 plus m2. So CAS is equal to m1 plus m2. So m1 is m2 into e raised to minus ml by e raised to plus ml plus m2. So CAS is equal to m2, we can take out common, 1 plus e raised to minus ml by e raised to plus ml. Okay, this I can write as, if I multiply by this, so taking this term in the denominator, e raised to plus ml plus e raised to minus ml divided by e raised to plus ml. Okay, so m2 can be written as this, I will transfer on this side. So CAS into e raised to ml by e raised to ml plus e raised to minus ml. And similarly, you can find out this another constant m1 also. So m1 is equal to CAS into e raised to minus ml, e raised to plus ml plus e raised to minus ml. So what is the difference? For m1 you have e raised to minus ml term, and for m2 you have e raised to plus ml. Now I will substitute this in the solution. What is solution? Ca is equal to m1 into e raised to plus mx plus m2 into e raised to minus mx. So Ca is equal to m1 this value. This is same, C e raised to plus ml plus e raised to minus ml. E raised to minus ml into CAS, e raised to plus ml into CAS, and this m1 and m2 we have substituted e raised to plus mx and e raised to minus mx term. So we have. If I take this CAS common and transfer on this side, I can write CA by CAS. Denominator is same written here, and this plus this. So e raised to minus ml into e raised to mx. So minus ml plus mx. So minus ml plus mx. So we can write as e raised to minus m into bracket L minus x. Here plus ml minus mx. So plus ml and minus mx. So if I write plus m into L minus x, I will get this. So we have added these indices and simplified. So what we get is e raised to minus m into L minus x plus e raised to plus m into L minus x divided by e raised to plus ml plus e raised to minus ml. Now the definition of hyperbolic function cos hyperbolic x is e raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2. So we have here e raised to plus x, e raised to minus x, and we can write divided by 2 in the numerator and denominator, it will remain same. So this is x, m into L minus x. So cos hyperbolic m into L minus x we get from this, and here plus ml minus ml. So x is ml. So cos hyperbolic ml. So Ca by Cas is simply cos hyperbolic m into L minus x divided by cos hyperbolic m into L. Now we define the effectiveness factor, or we can say efficiency also, rate with diffusion divided by rate without diffusion. Rate with diffusion, rate without diffusion. So rate without diffusion represents rate if not slowed down by the pore diffusion, and actual rate. So without diffusion what will be the rate, and with diffusion, this we have to compare. So effectiveness factor for the first order we can write Ca bar by Cas, and that we can write by averaging it over the length. So we have Ca by Cas. If I average it over the length, Ca by Cas dx average over 0 to L divided by dx 0 to L. So 0 to L cos hyperbolic m into L minus x dx, this divided by cos HML, which is constant, which we can write in the denominator, and 0 to L dx. if we integrate this, this is sine hyperbolic into 1 upon derivative of this. So minus sign here, minus sine hyperbolic ml. So when you substitute x is equal to L, this is 0. So sine 0 is 0. So we have sine h m into L only. So when x is equal to 0. Cos hyperbolic ml, this is constant, this is already there. So minus sine hyperbolic ml by cos hyperbolic ml. So this dx we have. So what we will get here? L dx is x and L minus 0 is L, and this ml and minus mx. So minus m will get here, minus m. So what we have? Sine hyperbolic ml by cos hyperbolic ml is tan hyperbolic ml, and this minus sign goes with this minus sign, so divided by ml. So for first order effectiveness factor, Ca bar by Cas is tan hyperbolic ml by ml. So for small values of ml, or you can say the less than 0.4, this effectiveness factor will be approximately equal to 1. That means the concentration of reactant will not drop appreciably within the pore. Thus, the pore diffusion offers negligible resistance. This can be verified by noting that a small value of ml, that is equal to L, m is root k by d, means either a short pore, L is very short, or K is small, that is slow reaction, or D is large, rapid diffusion. So any of these or combination of these parameters will keep this value to be low, and these factors will push that the conditions are tending to the low resistance. So small ml, this efficiency is approximately equal to 1, that means 100%. So pore diffusion resistance is negligible. For large value of ml, which are considered to be ml greater than 4, in between we have intermediate region. Here efficiency is 1 upon ml simply, and this is because of this tan hyperbolic function. So you can check for low values and high values what you get. The reactant concentration drops rapidly to 0 on moving into the pore, hence the diffusion strongly influences the rate. So we have strong pore diffusion. So you keep in mind, strong pore diffusion means large values of ml, and negligible pore diffusion, no pore diffusion, means small values of ml. These ml values, this is also called as Thiele modulus. If you look at this plot on both sides, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, so dimensionless variables are there. Fractional distance, so total distance is L, which is varying, x is varying from 0 to L, so fraction distance is x by L, varying from 0 to 1. And here the concentration in the pore ratio, Ca by Cas. Now here you can look, these are the curves representing ml is equal to 0.5, 1, 2, 5, 10 and so on. So ml is increasing. For very low values of ml, we have this condition, ml is low. this value efficiency is equal to capital epsilon, that is equal to 1, approximately 1. So no pore diffusion, and large values there will be strong pore diffusion. So you can see these are values greater than 0.4. For greater than 4, this is the large value, where for these large values we have strong pore diffusion greater than 4. Here also this efficiency Ca bar by Cas. So you can see here for this value of ml, it is 1 by ml is 0.1. For this value of ml, 1 by ml, that is 0.2. This value here ml is equal to 2. So it is not greater than 4. So you find out tan HML by ml, you will get this value. If for ml is equal to 1, you will get this value. You can calculate. ml is equal to 0.5, you get this value. And ml is equal to 0.4, it will be 1 here. It will reach 1. And beyond that, for all values less than 0.4, it is 1 only approximately. And here as you increase these values further, here it is simply 1 by ml. So if you take ml is equal to 100, that will be 0.01, efficiency will be 0.01, just 1%. So we'll stop here today and we'll continue with this topic in our next lecture.